She stood up at the all-hands meeting, looked our director in the eye, and told the entire company that she was the one getting promoted. My promotion. The one HR had confirmed to me in writing 48 hours earlier. Okay, so back up 48 hours. I'd been at this company for 3 years. 3 years of covering extra accounts, staying late, taking on projects that had nothing to do with my actual job description. My director, let's call her Dana, pulled me aside on Thursday and told me the senior analyst role was mine. HR sent the confirmation email that same afternoon. I screenshot it. I'm not an idiot. Now my coworker, I'll call her Priya, has been here about 18 months. She's fine. She works fine. But she also has this thing where she'll sit in on a meeting she wasn't invited to and somehow end up talking the most. I'd noticed it. Other people had noticed it. Nobody really said anything because she's very confident about it, and confident people are weirdly hard to challenge in the moment. Friday morning, all hands. Dana's running through team updates and she says, and I quote, "We also have a big personnel announcement coming, so stay tuned." That was my cue. She'd told me Thursday she'd make it official Friday. I was sitting right there, third seat from the left, trying not to smile too obviously. And then Priya stood up. Just stood up before Dana could say another word. And she goes, "I actually want to share that news myself, if that's okay, Dana." And Dana, bless her, she looked a little confused, but she sort of gestured like, "Sure, go ahead." Priya looks around the room, does this big warm smile, and says, "I've been offered the senior analyst position, and I'm so excited to grow into this role with all of you." I felt my face go completely still. After the meeting, I caught Priya in the hallway. I kept my voice low, calm. I said, "Hey, I think there might have been a miscommunication. I'm the one Dana confirmed for that role." And she looked at me like, really looked at me and said, "Oh, I'm sure she talked to both of us. These things can get confusing." These things can get confusing, sure. I went straight to Dana, showed her the email. Dana's face did this thing where it went from neutral to very, very careful. She said she'd sorted out and looped in HR. That should have been the end of it. It wasn't, because by the time I got back to my desk, Priya had already sent a company-wide Slack message to the whole department saying, and I'm reading this directly, "So honored to officially be stepping into the senior analyst role. Thank you to everyone who has believed in me on this journey." With a little trophy emoji. I sat there staring at it. People were already reacting with the little clapping hands. I had an email from HR. She had a trophy emoji and a head start. I messaged her privately. Again calm, I said, "Priya, I need you to correct this. HR hasn't finalized anything publicly, and this isn't your announcement to make." She replied, "Are you ready? I think you might want to take the rest of the day and get some perspective. Opportunities like this can bring out a lot of feelings in people." Opportunities like this, my opportunity. I forwarded the HR email to Dana, to HR, and to Priya, all on the same thread with one line, "For clarity." No exclamation point, no emoji. Within 20 minutes, HR called Priya in. I know this because I watched her walk past my desk toward the conference room, and she gave me this look like I'd done something to her. She came back out about 15 minutes later, and the energy was completely different. She stopped at my desk, didn't sit down, just stood there, and said, loud enough for the three people nearest us to hear, "I cannot believe you went to HR over a misunderstanding. That is so aggressive. I thought we were colleagues." I looked up from my screen. I said, "We are colleagues. That's why I gave you 2 chances to fix it yourself." And she goes, "You're threatened by me. That's what this is. You've always been threatened by me, and this just proves it." The whole row went quiet. You know that particular office quiet where everyone is absolutely listening, but looking extremely hard at their monitors? That quiet. I said, and look, this is the part some people are going to have opinions about. I said, "Priya, you announced my promotion to the whole company. You sent a Slack to 60 people with a trophy emoji. I have the email. You do not. So no, I'm not threatened. I'm being patient about it." I turned back to my screen. She stood there for a second, then she said, "I'm going to talk to Dana about your attitude." And she walked away. She did go talk to Dana. I know, because Dana came to find me about 10 minutes later, and she had our HR rep with her. They sat down with both of us, together, in the glass-walled conference room that everyone can see into from the main floor. Dana pulled up the email chain on the screen, the one with my name on the offer, the timestamps, all of it, and she said, out loud in front of Priya and the HR rep, The senior analyst offer was extended to you, pointing at me, and only you. Priya, the Slack message needs to be deleted and a correction sent to the department. Today. Priya opened her mouth, closed it. Dana said, today. And through the glass wall, I could see people at their desks, watching, not even pretending not to. Priya sent the correction 20 minutes later. It said there had been internal miscommunication around the announcement and that the position had been filled. No apology, no name, but 60 people had seen both messages and 60 people could do that math. My promotion was officially announced the following Monday. I did not send a Slack, I did not use a trophy emoji. I just showed up and did the job. But here's the thing I keep thinking about. When she was standing at my desk saying I was threatened by her, I could have stayed quiet. I could have let HR handle it quietly and kept the peace. Instead, I said what I said, in front of witnesses, loud enough that 3 people definitely heard it. Honestly, though, was I too harsh? Comment below.